Welcome to week 3. I have some interesting ideas to work on today. I decided to dig back into the Matt Kafer archives, and I found a video on my Instagram of a song I wrote probably 6 or 7 years ago, I'd say. I'm not even entirely sure. But let's take a sneak peek at that clip, and I'll talk to you about what I've done after. All right, so what I've decided to do is to keep most of the ideas that are written through there. It's a very short and sweet idea. I might have gotten rid of the kind of spooky section after it's in the E major. It pretty much goes to like an E major, even though it's a whole step down. It's like an D major, and then it goes to some like F sharp to F minor type of diminished sound. So we're going to start with that. Now, this time I'm going to be working with a different type of instrument just to really test its abilities as a studio and recording instrument. The instrument that I'm referring to is this right here, Variax guitar. Now, to sum it up really quickly, this is essentially a modeler guitar. You can use real strings, you use all this stuff, but you can model guitar pickups, guitar body shapes, you can edit all the pickups, you can change the tunings per string, you can turn strings off, turn them on, and when paired with the Helix that I like to use, this thing is like, their connection is like insane, and it's so nice. It makes recording super easy. Well, we'll find out. But in terms of live stuff, you know, you only need to bring one guitar and you can get thousands of different sounds, and it just works out. And with a modeler, you know, you have thousands, you know, hundreds of amps or whatever. You know, tons of amps, tons of guitars, all in one, you know, 2 devices. It's pretty wild. So let's get this show on the road. I'm going to show you what we're working with. So right away, I made 2 guitar types that I'm going to be working with for the clean sounds. If there's even a, you know, no more other cleans, or I decide to switch to a dirty tone at some point, I'm going to be using this Strat body shape with a special P90 pickup in the neck. Plus, if I show you my preset that I'm using with the Helix, I've already started making something. I'm going to go to my strings. I've already tuned everything down a whole step. Now, this guitar's in standard tuning, but now it's going to be in a step down. So let's listen to that. So that's pretty much what we got with that so far. So now let me show you what I decided to come up with in terms of the layout or using the chords. So I have this at the beginning. And then we'll go something like this. What the heck? What is this doing? So that's something right there. I think what I would do also, I would probably put an acoustic guitar in here as well. So let's do that real quick. Let's make an acoustic guitar track. So in order for this to work nicely, I'm going to go to just a snapshot, and I'm going to turn off all of these parameters so that it's pretty much just a DI signal. Now, once that's done, I'm going to go to my guitar, and let's go to this. I'm just going to go to an acoustic sound, actually. The guitar. We gotta find one that I like. This one's pretty good. Little bassy. I think I like this one, actually. And I don't mind fussing with it a little bit. So let's go back to the track, and let's record an acoustic guitar. Already it's sounding super full. Let's do one more. So let's hear what that sounds like with all this. Cool sound. It's pretty big, wide, you know. Okay, after like embarrassing long amount of time, I kind of figured out what I wanted to do next. I went through some dirty tones and I tried to go to some like more rock and rhythm thing, but I think this song is going to be more of a acoustic type of thing because I don't really know what I want to do with it. Something like that. All right, let's try to do... All right, well, that's surely something. A little bit better than what I had before. Maybe something like that for the chorus or something. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's pretty cool so far. I kind of dig some of these ideas in terms of the chords. Just from thinking about it, I definitely will have a verse type of thing, pre-chorus, and then I think this will be the chorus, but I think the second time I'll make, the second chorus, I'll make it longer with like extra chord type things, almost like an interlude thing. I don't know. Why is this song so long? this idea is definitely interesting, and I need to flesh it out a little bit more. So I'm gonna come back to it. All right, so it's gonna be one of those things again where I lost a day of working on it because of other things, and then now I have only limited time today to work on it. So I decided that I'm gonna do some synth stuff, see what I can come up with. Almost like making a soundscape for it, and I think that will help it because I feel like the vibe of the track already has some cool stuff going, and if I add another layer to it between synths and whoever knows else, you know, like in terms of ambience and stuff like that, it could really help it. And I definitely have some plugins, and I can acquire some plugins from Spitfire Labs, which is great and free, by the way, so I highly recommend checking them out. Let's dive into it. Let's see what we can figure out. All right, so I just plugged in my keyboard. All right, so it's recognizing this MIDI keyboard. Shout out to Nikita, who literally gave this to me for free. He just fixed the knob on it. He 3D printed some knobs. So shout out to you, man. You're real. You're the best. We're gonna go to. I've been using Helm. It's free, by the way, so that's why you're seeing this. So remind me later. I'll do Jonas again. Also, you know, I'm gonna throw on Labs because these are great. These plugins. And they're free. It's like wild. Like I only got a couple on my other computer where I've been doing a lot of my backing tracks and making stuff. I have like so many of them, and they're so much fun. I just want to get so much more. Like, let me like. I mean, maybe we can use that because I feel like that works with the vibe of this song. Let's go to some synths now. I don't understand about some of these plugins or some of these synths. All of a sudden these get obnoxiously loud. Like why? Like what? Now, we want to have them the same velocity, so I'll max them out right now, I guess. And then we'll retake this one, and I'll probably do something with the attack or whatever. I'll make it swell in or whatnot, just to make it work a little nicer. I'm not too worried about that. So some interesting stuff is happening this time. For now, I think maybe I'll copy this to another track. So I like this sound for the background, but for that moving line, I'll use something else. Yeah, I kind of dig this. This kind of reminds me of like Pink Floyd. At least these chords right here. It's almost like that. I don't know, but it's got a cool vibe to it that I'm kind of digging right now. So we'll keep this. We'll do eighth notes again. Q. Velocity up. And then it goes back to this. No, that's not true. That's a different part. Let's start doing some work on this next track. So we're starting to get some vibes going. And let's see what we can put on here. Let's put one of these labs. I did like one of these. Oh, it would help if I had it as a MIDI track. do something like that. So that's kind of cool. I made a couple of weird notes. Yeah, the chord I'm playing there, that's that. Yeah. Transpose time, that is a B flat thing. With like a sharp 11. Not sure how I feel about this. Yeah, that's something. That's something. We can work with that. All right, now it's the next day. I'm back to do a little bit more work with the synths on the song. I haven't changed anything, so we're just going to keep going with the flow of what we have so far. Essentially, I'm going to add the lower synths first to figure out how I want the bass moving, whether I want a drone at some points and then move, or move always with the guitar line. So I'm going to play a couple things and we'll see what it sounds like. Screwed that up a little bit, but we'll make it work. I'm going to fix the one note. Definitely need a compressor or something on this. I'll worry about it later because I don't want to mess up the stuff that's earlier. And then we'll just repeat that. I kind of dig that for now. We'll repeat that. Essentially, what we can also do is now we can add another synth to this part. All right. That's just kind of familiar. Kind of dig it, but maybe I want the other one. This one's kind of cool, but it doesn't sound right. Damn, I dig this. I don't know what I would use this for, but this is sick. The freaking Satan in your headphones? Woo! That's terrifying. We'll do wind. Put some wind in here. Kind of dig that sound. It's not doing a lot, but and then what I'm gonna do here, kind of cool. Nothing too crazy, really, but it's got a little bit more of a a vibe to it, or ambiance, if you will, something like that. It's okay to take notes as you work. I kind of do it, so not all the time, but I like to do it sometimes. And it helps you kind of think a little bit, so that later on you're like, oh man, I had a cool idea for this and I don't really remember what it was, and like boom, you have it right there at your disposal too. I was also thinking about maybe doing like a fretless bass in this. I wasn't sure though. It's kind of got a vibe that it could work, but I wasn't sure if that's exactly what I wanted. As these download, I'm actually going to download 5 of these to get some ideas going, and this could also spark other ideas for other songs, not just this one. But for right now, I'm going to download these couple, and then maybe over the course of the next songs or whatever, I will maybe have them all downloaded by that time. So we'll see. You know, I don't know what to make of it, but, you know, might as well give it a shot. All right, so we're back on the DAW. Now let's take a look at the sounds that we have now. So we got the regular one that we did have. Now we got some handbells. Let's see what Ghost handbell sounds like. Pretty spooky. I dig it. Oh, yeah. They're a little delayed. Like an organ-esque. Let's see what we can put in here, maybe? Actually, that's gonna be cool stuff. Try that. I don't know. I could probably keep that as it is. I kind of dug how that sounded. Now we got the chorus, which I never even did on this. Do I want to end it here? Because this is long. This is like just about 5 minutes. It's over 5 minutes long. Yeah. Enough for now. I'm kind of like stumped with what to do with the song because this is really different for me, and this is like kind of me just making it up. But I think if I don't overthink it, it's gonna come out in a good way, and I think it is already sounding good. Just to me, I'm just like, I don't know what else to do, but I think keeping this simple is gonna help in the long run. I'm gonna hope that the next step is to just come up with some words and stuff like that, and to make it more spooky, spacey type deal. But it's sounding pretty cool so far. Definitely different for me, but I'm excited to see what we can make out with it at the end. All right, it is currently Sunday. As you can tell by the echo, it might be a vocal kind of day. I'm going to be trying to do some vocal melody ideas, but right now I have like a really crazy headache. I'm like really tired. I was up late yesterday practicing with my band, so that's why I'm a little bit like crazy right now. I tried sleeping and whatnot, but it's whatever. I took a shower, drank some water, and I'm feeling okay, but I don't want to make this too long. But this is kind of where I am right now for this song. So yeah, let's get right into it. So I was thinking that maybe I can start singing in the middle of this intro guitar part. I'll just find where it begins. What do you want from me? Or can you feel the way goes like... I gotta fix that. That sounds whack, that. It goes like your face. Even though that makes no sense, it works. A canine, a one I am on That's a big whack line there. Something like that, I don't know. Something like that, I think, will be interesting. I'm gonna keep it right now. This is definitely more of a contemporary for me, for this idea. But for now, I'm happy with this. This is, I think I discussed this in the last one, but since this is a little bit different, I'm not sure how to approach it, and I think that's a good thing. So I can let this one sit and develop, and then make something out of this. Because I think there's some cool elements. Like I think the fretless bass idea is cool. I think that could do something with it, and maybe have like a flange on it or like a chorus pedal. Could be really cool to give more of a vibe to this track. But yeah, I think I'm gonna call it for this one now.